Are you ready to start your garden this year, but it's too cold outside, or maybe you even have snow? Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to wait. There are many seeds and many flowers and vegetables that can be winter sown in those colder months to give you a jump start on your garden. And I have some tips and tricks for you on how to do it. If we haven't met before, I am Deanne from Hummingbird Acres, and this is our place to share our homesteading adventures with you guys. That could be gardening, from scratch cooking, and maybe even some animals. But I am glad you're here, and I hope that we inspire you to start some of these things on your homestead. We're gonna jump right into some of the tips and tricks. Now, when you winter sow something, you need to find a container. Most of the time it's plastic. It's something that you just have around your home. You need to make sure that there are holes drilled in the bottom so it has proper drainage, and you want some holes on the top to let it vent and to also let some moisture in. So basically what you're creating is a mini greenhouse. And the traditional way, and a lot of the ways that you're going to see this done online, is with a milk jug just like this. You're going to cut it so it hinges. You have your holes in the bottom, you have your hole on the top. You're gonna fill this with about 4 inches of soil. And I know that kind of sounds like a lot, but you need to have enough soil in there so that the seeds can grow strong roots, so that when you go to transplant this, the transplant shock isn't as severe. So 4 inches of soil to give your seeds the best possible chance of surviving. And then you would tape this up and put it outside. Now, that's all fine and dandy. But if you're putting a lot of seeds in here, you run the risk of this becoming root bound, and then you're really not going to be able to get it apart, and most likely your seedlings are going to die. So today I'm going to show you how to turn these toilet paper rolls into little, cheap, and recyclable seed pots, and then you can put these inside your milk jug to keep your roots separated. To create these planting cups, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some scissors and you're gonna cut, I'd say either some little slits all the way around. You want them somewhat spaced out. So then it makes it so that you can fold these in. So it gives a bottom to your seed pot, your little reusable pot. And we like to use toilet paper rolls because they're biodegradable. And what you can do is when you're ready to plant your seedlings outside, just open up the bottom of this and you can plant this right in the ground. So there I have one for you. It is all closed off. I'm going to do the rest of these. Just cut some slits all the way around it. Ooh, this one's kind of tough. There it goes. And then fold these things in and push it down on the table. Make sure it's flat. Oh. When you get these in your milk jug, they're going to stand up against each other, making it so they won't fall over. Okay, all of these are done. I do have to say the ones that were wet on the bottom were a lot easier to work with. And if you cut 4 slits instead of 3, that was also easier. So a couple more tips for you. So I'm going to take these and I am going to put them in the bottom of my milk jug. Like I said, the more you get in here, the more they're going to stand up by themselves and not fall over. All right, so I got all of them in here. And now I'm going to fill each of the toilet paper rolls with potting soil. Now, I am using potting soil because we want to mimic what would be happening outside if these seeds were, say, outside in the garden. A lot of the seeds that you can winter sow are ones that would naturally grow and re-sprout after the seeds have dropped if left out for nature. So things like poppies are very, very good at reseeding themselves. They reseed themselves, the seeds fall to the ground, they need that cold winter stratification to break that hard coating, and then they resprout. So when you are looking for seeds to winter sow, look for things that say hardy annual or hardy annual, and there's perennials and there's annuals. So you can also look for hardy perennials as well, and that's something else to look for. But the potting soil more mimics what the soil would be outside. So you don't want to use a seed starting mix that is inert. You want to have a little bit of nutrients in the soil to give your seedlings the best possible chance, because you are putting this outside. So I'm going to fill this up, and then we're going to put, I think the boys said they wanted me to put poppy seeds in this one. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I got all of my little pots full. What I am gonna do is, because I did get soil everywhere, is I am gonna pick some of these up. I'm gonna actually pick them all up. And I'm gonna take them out, and I'm gonna dump the extra potting soil back in the container. Definitely knew that was gonna happen, so. See if I can do this one-handed. Here we go. Okay, just to save the soil for another project. All right, let's put these back in. Let's pick up the one that fell. Okay, so got all of that done. Now I'm going to plant poppy seeds in this. So I'm gonna take, poppy seeds are very, very tiny. I mean, like tiny, tiny. So I'm gonna try and sprinkle like, I don't know, 2 or 3, probably gonna end up with more in each of these little seed cups. Then I'm going to water them in just a little bit, just to give them a little drink. Now that I have all of that done, I am going to use my duct tape. Let's see if I can pop this back out. I'm going to use my duct tape and tape it shut. Oops. And probably one of the most important things that you can do is make sure that you label what is inside of it. Now that I have it labeled, it is all taped up, I'm going to take it outside and put it in our garden. I do keep these in one of our raised flower beds when I winter sow. Keeping it inside the raised flower bed keeps it a little bit warmer because the sides keep it protected, and it also keeps the wind down from the wind hitting it. So that is where this one's going to go. I am going to work on winter sowing a couple of other things. I'm going to do some Brussels sprouts and broccoli, some yarrow, and some more poppies. But I'm out of toilet paper rolls, so I'm not going to use them for winter sowing these. If you want to see more about winter sowing and how I do that, I'm going to link a video right here for you. Thank you guys so much for visiting the farmhouse today. If you found this helpful, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of our homesteading adventures, please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Thanks and have a great day.